I'm trying to get Discord up, but it won't come up.
I'd get a new browser.
I'm just going here and clicking Discord.
Oh, you run it.
I guess I won't do that.
You run it through the app rather than through the browser?
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can try it the other way.
Well, this one worked.
Yeah.
Is this your Discord?
Yeah.
So how do I get to mine?
I don't know. It might be easier to do it the way you were trying to do it
Okay.
through the app. I mean, unless you know how to log in.
Nope.
That's what I didn't think you did. So I've got all my passwords in a document. But if that doesn't work, then you can try the other way. You just have to figure out how to log in. I don't know anything about the app.
I don't know why it's doing this. It's never done this before.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we do it the other way then? And then you can just figure out you have to reset your password. Should be fine. How's everybody doing? So, not sure exactly how to log out. Maybe click the settings that's right below where your cursor is. Oh.
I have no idea what my password is.
Just click forgot then if you don't know.
Okay.
They'll email it to you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hang tight, guys. We're just getting Discord up. Ben needs that so you can see all the viewers, submitted games. Hello, Chess TV folks. We're doing viewer analysis. If you want to have your game analyzed by Ben, you can get on the Discord. You can find the Discord link if you're not on there on our Twitch about panels, and get in there and put your game in the viewer analysis. But you also have to be a sub to the channel to make sure you that the Discord verifies that, so you don't even have to do that. Karen was 39 yesterday again. All right, looks like you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, well, enjoy the stream. I will see you back upstairs. I gotta get all my crap upstairs. Man, I got so close to cashing, but so close yet so far.
Thanks, Plectramura, for subscribing and supporting the stream. We don't have a lot of games today, so that's good. We're starting late. Okay, hey everybody. Precocious username subscribed. Monorail. Monorail. It glides as gently as a cloud. Yeah, the World Championship starts tomorrow. Unless you live in Europe, then it starts today. Let's see, I guess it starts in about 7 hours. So check in the morning on YouTube and I'll have a you know, whatever it's called. Whatever it is, I'll have it. I'll have a recap of the game. Okay. So we should be good everywhere. Mainly, etc. Okay, let's start doing the net game analysis. First game is from Sit Bear. He has black. Both players are between 12 and 1300. After last week's game, I happened to draw my 4th round. So this was my 10th undefeated game in a row. What, 10 draws? My opponent politely obliged and overwhelmed me with his incredible skill. I had no choice but to claim $325, tied for first with the guy I'd drawn the previous round. Okay. So I guess this is the 5th round. This is game 25, delay 5 in Baltimore in the spring. This game was played April 17th. So I do a marker for the game. Any mods here? Anybody? Still have no mods, even though I have like 10 extra mods from 3 weeks ago. We still don't have any mods watching the channel. Okay. Yeah. It's not good to be on Chess TV and have no mods. It's good that the people who aren't mods are trying to do it. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh yeah, marker. Okay, so this is a game NN versus Sit Bear. Though Sit Bear should change his name to NN too, but we'll give him a break. Okay, it's a weird French. Black's already at least equal. That just gives up the e5 pawn. So that's a strange move. There's no compensation. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, black has to play rook c8 here to stop knight c7 check. This is just a terrible move. Although bishop d7 is pretty terrible. A6 is the most obvious move. It stops everything from going to B5. But bishop takes B5 is just a ridiculous move. So now white's just winning. King E7's forced. Okay. Well, queen D4 is not the right square for the queen. Yeah, here the engine wants to play queen F3 and then long castle, then put the other rook on E1. White has a big attack against black's king. And then F6 is terrible, which goes without saying. Yeah, black should actually play F5 here and then play knight F6. That way his king has the F7 square. Play knight F6 now, your king is trapped. Then queen C5 would be mate. So play F5 so you can play king F7. Black played F6 to play king F7. This takes away the F6 square for his knight. Then castling queen side is much stronger than castling king side because you get a rook into the center right away. And you get the other rook to be able to come here. So this loses a tempo, basically. King F7 is a good move. Okay, now the position's about equal. This allows a nifty winning move. I wouldn't give this double question mark, but because without an engine, it's almost impossible to find. But now white's winning if white plays bishop F5, because if you take it, then queen takes D5 check wins the bishop, and the king is trapped because the rook is here. And if you don't take the bishop, bishop takes E6 is coming. So the engine line is bishop E5, bishop takes E6 anyway, and then F4. And it says white has a winning position. Black's king is on E6, and black's going to lose the bishop on E5. Okay, nobody's going to see bishop F5. So, okay, bishop takes G6 is ridiculous to trade off the bishop. White definitely doesn't want to trade pieces. Yeah, now black's just a pawn up and shouldn't have any problems. Now black's threatening queen takes H2 check and knight F5 and knight F5. That just hangs checkmate. It seems that white saw knight F5 forking the queen and rook, but didn't see queen H2. And made sure that after king F1, the king didn't have an escape square. So he played rook E2, which is... It's not the worst move on the board, because probably king H1 is worse. But it's rook F1 is also worse. It is possible to hang mate in 1. But he hung mate in 2. And then white resigned, because white didn't see queen H2. So that was a pretty bad game. That was the worst game we've looked at today. Yeah, so basically both sides didn't see anything and played really badly. But then white showed why he's NN by playing much worse. Anyway, I want to congratulate Sitbear because it takes a lot of balls to submit a game like that. You know, and have people look at it and laugh at you like the rest of their life. So that's pretty good. Yeah, but the moves were legal, but that doesn't mean that they made legal moves all the time. They might have made illegal moves, and then the director was called, and they were like, no. And that probably happened a few times. See, that's the problem with chess in America, is people who don't play very well want to win prizes, which doesn't make any sense. There's no other sport in the world where playing badly gets you a prize. Like poker, backgammon, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. You can't be bad at the game and then you win. Like people who are better than you, they win. But in chess, they say, oh, you're not very good. You guys all play in your own section and here's some nice prizes. I mean, if they did that in poker, they'd be like, hey, you're not very good at poker. You go play in this poker section with people who aren't good, and then you win prizes based on the people who aren't good at poker. People who are good at poker play in their own section. And somehow in America, this is basically gone crazy, where tournaments have prizes for low-rated players that are in the hundreds and thousands of dollars. It's ridiculous, especially since it's easy to cheat now with computers and stuff. Kramnik has volunteered to go to every American tournament and catch people who are cheating in the lower sections. Kramnik will be like, that guy won, he cheated. No, but he can't win. Look at the way he plays. Anyway, in this game, the players did the opposite of using an engine. Sports leagues that have different divisions don't give thousands of dollars to the people in the lowest divisions. They get nothing. Like if you're a tennis player and you're bad at tennis, you're the equivalent of a 1,200 chess player, you're not going to win like $4,000 in a tennis tournament. Frankly, ridiculous. How is it possible to cheat at chess? And the response was, it's not possible. Ugh. Anyway, everybody in the chat is wrong about everything, just normal, and all the games are terrible. And it's a shame that I have to be here looking at. Thanks for watching this stream. That's what I meant. Okay, next game. Just no moves. I don't have any moves. It's hard to analyze it then. Okay, let's see what happened that was wrong. Okay, the next game is Bonarici having white in a game played 9 years ago. Zumeri gifted 5 subs. Thank you. And by gifting 5 subs, you get, well, actually, yeah, you get 35% off. So you save money by gifting 5 subs. I am sure I read the score correctly, and it is correct. Black played knight h7 and knight f6 repeatedly. I do not know why. Do you know why? I played a terrible move on move 29. Then I'm looking at the score sheet, and the move that he says he played, he did not play. However, he did play that move on move 31. So I'm not sure what he means exactly. Game 25 with a 5-second delay. Hello. You're not coming to visit? Did you guys all wish Karen a happy birthday? I hope so. Dankel gave 100 bits. Go Dankel.
Yay, Dankel, Donkel.
I thought the train ended a long time ago, but the train's still going. Oh, I guess it didn't even start. The 100 bits started it. You wished her happy belated on the poker stream. Good. Good.
Yeah, Donkel always comes to see me on the poker stream.
No, this was Plek Tremura. Plek Tremura is the one who wished you happy belated on the poker stream. Okay, so I'm not sure what Black's rating was, but Bonarici's, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000. Somewhere in there. Okay, Bonarici's white. Unusual move order for the 4 knights. D6 is pretty uncommon. H3 is nonsensical. Yeah, white should play D4. Yeah, if you play like A3 and H3, you're either a very weak player or a very strong player. There's nobody in the middle. Either you're 1,000 or you're 3,000. Those are the options. D3 is too passive to give any advantage. The H7 is not terrible. I've seen worse moves. Yeah, the idea is to play F5. I've done this in these kind of king pawn openings. But he went back to F6, which doesn't make any sense. It's still equal. Knight H7 don't make any sense again. That H2 is not very good. White's not really taking advantage of black moving the knight back and forth because white's not playing very aggressively. Yeah, F4, that's the first aggressive move of the game. Now D5 is about equal. Oh, he played D5. And Knight G4 just loses. So here white should play rook A to F1 or D4 in the center. And now black's winning. D4 is crushing. Bishop D6 black is still better, but D4 is very strong. Then black has the E5 square for his knight, and bishop here is going to skewer. Bishop doesn't really have a good square to go to. And tactically, D4 works because if the bishop moves to F2, which is the only square it could move to, then bishop G5 pins the rook to the queen. That's why rook takes wasn't the best move. And knight G4 was just a blunder. So the game should have continued like this, and then black would have won, and we would have never seen the game. But instead, black played bishop D6. Taking on D5 is correct. Taking on F4 is okay.
I was looking for my mouse. I guess it's not down here.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yay, hype train level 2. Now it says the best move and the only equalizing move is bishop takes H6, playing for some crazy attack. Now it says black is winning just by playing normal moves like that. F6 is good. G6 is very bad. Yeah, here black should play rook Fe8. Then if the pawn takes on G7, we can take with the queen. Now black's better, but not winning anymore. Okay, now you played bishop H6. Now black is winning again. Bishop C5 gives white some chances. Queen D4 check is a blunder. Just rook Fe8 is winning. Black's up the exchange. But he checked. Now it's equal. And then that's a blunder, losing the game. Queen H5. But yeah, this is a tough position to play for black. It says black should put rook in the center, either rook here or rook here. Just put the rook in the good position. Bishop C5 is a weird move because it hangs the bishop with check. So, yeah. Yeah, the engine says bishop D4 or bishop F2 wins, with the idea of rook H3 and queen coming to H6. This gives the bishop away with check, and then it says black is slightly better. But rook fd8's even better than taking the bishop with check, which is funny. Rook fe8, now it's equal, it says. Now, black has to sacrifice the exchange, because always sack the exchange. But instead, black lost on time in this position. So that was a strange game, because neither player's moves made any sense, and then black lost on time. But if black had sacked the exchange and then played rook e8, then the engine says it's equal. Because equal pawns, equal queen and rooks, and so forth. Otherwise, if black doesn't sack the exchange, then white's winning, because rook h3 and queen h6 is winning. Anyway, good game. Probably worse than the first game. I mean, this was better than the first game, but it's still not good. I did a cap score. Both players played in the 30s. Not only was the bishop on pre, but the bishop was on pre with check. And the funny thing is, rook fd8's the best move. Doesn't make any sense to me. Then rook d5, etc. Yeah, in this position, black lost on time. So both sides made random legal moves, and then black lost on time. That's the best way I can describe that game. I mean, the way Bonarici played, you can see why it's been like 24 hours since he beat a Grandmaster. Terrible. Why has it been so long? Maybe he beat a Grandmaster since he beat me. That's possible. Okay, let's go back to look at some more games. Opening prep going horribly wrong, but then I managed to claw my way back. So white is 1600. He's our hero, Clark. And black is Fritz Dutter, 1900. And this was played last week on a Tuesday. You could argue this week, but I think it was last week. It's a Sunday, so it's a new week. Game 90 with 30-second increment. Okay, and white's our hero. So far, so good. Nice position for white. Yep, still good for white. Thanks, the Village Ginger, for subscribing. Sorry you're the Village Ginger. So now white's doing quite well. Good opening prep. Yeah, bishop g5 is a bad move because there's a lot of black pieces attacking these things. So bishop g5 undefending b2, that's pretty bad. So this was good opening prep for white. And now white should play knight b5 and then try to play knight d4. And black's knight is misplaced and this pawn's hanging. And rook a4 is also good, attacking the knight. So bishop g5 is bad. Okay, now black is doing well. Queen c8 is a good move here. They play queen c8. Yeah, now black's just up a piece for nothing. And also the rook is hanging, which again, people probably didn't notice. Nobody ever notices when the rook is hanging. I think the idea was white wants to play bishop d3 and queen h7 mate, and the knight stops that. So he was trying to deflect the knight so he could play bishop d3 and get this battery set up. So instead of rook e8, which wins, you could just take the rook on a4, which also wins. Boy, this piece is hanging, and black is up a piece. Tough decision. Black took neither piece. Doesn't make any sense. Queen h5 threatens the rook, defends the bishop. Still winning for black. Black has to play rook takes e2 because the rook on a4 is still hanging. Now it says it's equal after rook a3. d6 loses to knight takes rook. Black has no interest in, I guess. Okay, that's just a mistake. Yeah, now white's doing well. White's d pawn's pretty strong. The knight on a8's pretty bad. Black's king is exposed. Rook d5 is a blunder. Rook e5 was the best move. Now white's winning. Yeah, now white is has a rook for two pieces, and black's king is super exposed, and black's knights are out of play, and black's bishop is attacked. So white's winning now. Yeah, this attack is too strong. Yeah, black's just down a lot of material here. F4 didn't make a lot of sense. Then black resigned. The games today aren't the best games ever. But that was a big upset. Clark beat a player 300 points higher rated. So good to beat a 1900 when you're 1600. I remember those days. Although I don't think I was ever 1600. I think I was 15 something, and then I was 17 something. So I never had the pleasure. But yeah. Who is Clark? He's the guy who submits games every week from San Francisco, from the Tuesday night marathon at the Mechanics Institute. He always submits games. Usually he's paired up and he loses. Usually there's 10, 15 moves of theory, and then, somebody blunders later. Also could be Superman. Let's see what happened in the football games I was watching. Let's see. Yeah, the Texans lost to the Titans today. That's crazy. Broncos beat the Raiders. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. And the Packers won 38-10. God damn. Yeah, 49ers no good. Man, Packers are 8-3, and they're in third place in their division. Man, that's pretty bad. Usually if you're 8-3, you're in first place. Tough division. Got the Lions and the Vikings. Then you have the Bears, so you have a bye. The Bears always find a way to lose, whether they play well or badly or whatever. The Bears. Tortolino, he's that guy in Italy that's going to give me all expenses paid trip plus huge fee to play in some league matches. That's who Tortolino is. In some unknown city. I made edits to the PGN to clarify I'm white in my game. Oh, okay. Well, you're white. Yeah. Well, Ding is black in the first game, so he's not going to win the first game. Yeah, but what about Peyton? Not Peyton, but Peyton. Sarich is booked. No. Then you're banned. Ding is probably not going to win any games. Boch. Ding is going to drop out, and Richard Rapport is going to take his place. Then Richard Rapport is going to drop out, and Duda is going to take his place. He's going to win at least 3 games. That's crazy talk. You seen Ding play lately? Ding hasn't won 3 games in a year. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. Let's see. How old is Ben? Born in 69. That's correct. Now you're making him do math? Hi, Ben. This game is from my final round in that tournament last week. I knew I was better out of the opening, but that G4 move I thought was a really good try and got myself the worst pawn structure ever. My poor knights had no moves most of the game, so it was difficult to develop. I eventually managed to untangle myself and get some breathing room for the endgame to finally make use of my pawn majority. Once again, it's 75 plus 30, and displayed ratings are FIDE rated, and I am white. Okay? This game was played last week. Slow time control. What is it, game 75 you said? 75 plus 30. Okay, and our hero is white. Both players are between 1650 and 1700. It's already winning for white. For those of you who don't know, e3 threatens queen h5 mate. So black usually doesn't play this way, because after e3, black is close to losing now. Now black is losing. Now white's threatening mate again. C3 is just super passive. There's no reason for a move like that. It's a good square for the knight. Just knight e2, then f5, knight f4. It's good for white. I mean, I guess queen c2 is okay. So white's a pawn up and better. Never play f3. It's okay here. Yeah, bishop takes f6 isn't good. You don't want to trade a bishop for a knight when you don't have to. G3 takes the square away from the knight, so that's not good either. Now the game's about equal. Knight A5 is a terrible move. Okay, and this position's about equal. Oh, King E6 is terrible. Yeah, well, there's an open E file here, so black should play Rook E8 attacking the knight. And the knight can't go to G3. The knight has trouble finding a square. I guess he can go to G1, but that's not exactly what he'd like to do. After Rook E8, the engine says it's equal. Now white's slightly better. Now it's equal again. That doesn't make any sense, just hangs the A4 pawn. Yeah, taking on C3 is a really bad move, because after knight takes, you're forking these two pawns. So that doesn't make any sense. Now white's winning. That move's not good. Bishop D6 isn't good. Now white's winning again with the two extra pawns. And this is just fairly routine win with white having so many extra pawns. And black resigned. That wouldn't have been my technique, but it's good enough. It's actually mate in 11. So the last 15 moves, white played excellently and had good endgame technique. Before that, Mr. Attack Zenith is banned for his terrible puns and wordplay and offensive language and terribleness. And his children's children. Why not bishop takes f4? I don't know. Probably losing for some reason. Everybody you play Mr. Attack is exactly this bad or worse. Every game you've ever played, your opponent's been terrible. I was having a chess lesson today, and I was explaining to my student that a lot of people are like, man, my 1500 opponent played pretty well. And I was like, no, they didn't. 1500 players never played well. But they tell me that a lot, that Fabi and Magnus and Hikaru make a lot of mistakes, but their 1500 opponent played great. Anyway, anybody under 1600 is banned. Yeah, if you're lower rated, your moves are shallow and pedantic. How do you get to 600? I don't know, play worse? Oh, snap. You can sub with Prime. you've only ever played OTB casually at the pub, then you wouldn't have a rating. That's not the way you would spell your for you're old. Man, you must be really old. You can't even spell your anymore. Yeah, if you're not rated, then you're not banned. That's correct. You're. That's the right way of spelling it. You are. Okay, next game. Although I've noticed I forgot to do markers for every game. So. Oh, Yodi Man made a marker. You're doing them? Oh, okay, good. We actually do have a mod here, and they're doing something. It's never happened before. This is from Ghazi11, and he writes nothing about the game. It was played on Lee Chess. Both players are 2100. Time controls 15 minute with a 10-second increment. And nothing written about the game. So our hero has white. These are Lee Chess ratings, so based on my 1500s are banned, these players are still banned somehow. Even though Ghazi's rating is the same on chess.com for some reason. It's the Vienna. When I was a kid, everybody played knight f3 or d3. Now everybody plays queen f3. And then I think f5 is what most people play who are high rated. Right, and he's low rated and he played f5. So there you go. Yeah, this is the game's Nakamura versus everybody. Hey, Nakamura. That's a mistake. Black should play d4 here. It doesn't have any worries. c5 is also playable. Yeah, now white just plays d4 and GG. And white played d4 and GG. Yeah, white's playing great. Yeah, I said you're the same rating on both. Your Lee Chess rating should be 3,000 if you're 2100 on chess.com. Yeah, black's position's pretty passive. Very good play by white. Yeah, black just doesn't have any counterplay. White has two bishops, more space in the center, a passed pawn, open b file to black's king. And black has nothing. Black's just sitting there going la 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 la. So the reason I say la 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 a lot is Spencer was a floor director in a kids tournament and the kid raised his hand and Spencer went over and said, yeah. And the kid said, my opponent keeps going la 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 la. And the truth hurts. I'm not sure what Spencer's ruling was. I think he ruled, you guys are all terrible. And then he left. My opponent's going la 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 la. See, that's the kind of thing arbiters are needed for in world championships. Ding should be going la 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 la, and Gukesh calls over the arbiter and says, my opponent's going la 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 la. And then, see what the arbiter rules. You gotta make those arbiters earn their money. Now c4 is good because you got this diagonal action. And you can undouble your pawns and open the center. Rook b3 is also good and winning. Yeah, and black just doesn't have any defense to white's onslaught on the queen side. He just runs away. Now white has a chance to play the brilliant move. Let's see if he played it. No! No! Do you guys see a brilliant move for white here that wins immediately? Right, well, it's rook 1 to b6, not just rook b6. The other rook b6 isn't good. Yeah, rook b6, and then taking is illegal, and taking with the queen loses the queen, and the queen can go to c3, but then bishop... Well, actually, bishop e5 check wins the queen, but this is mate. So I guess mating is better. This is a funny mate. Checkmate. It's a funny checkmate. Let's see that every day. And then if you play queen a4, I do the same checkmate. I can even sack my queen first. That's quicker. Then if queen d7, then I take with mate. And if you play knight takes, then this is mate. But white's winning in any case. Bishop c5 is just as winning. Yeah, knight c6 is a blunder because I can play queen d5 check. Bam! Also mating quickly was rook takes pawn check. With, you know, the 3 pieces coming to mate the black king. But this is just as good. White played very well that game. Black didn't play too badly, just too passively. Black has to play d4 in the opening there after b takes c3. And then we have a normal book position, which is about equal. And then in this position, black is just much worse. And black's position got worse and worse as the game went on. Black got no counterplay. Black just didn't do anything. Black went la 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 la. And then king d7. I mean, you know, have some pride in yourself. My favorite move is the engine move, bishop c1. Man, I wish I was kidding. Knight c6 and king d7 are equally good, it says. Those are the 2 engine moves. I mean, if I was black in a 15-minute game, I'd play queen c6, which the engine doesn't play. Oh, it says bishop takes, rook takes, rook takes. It says this is +8 for white. God damn. Yeah, the opposite bishops make the attack on black's king irresistible. Yeah, and the bishop's just completely out of the game. It can't defend any of these squares here. Like if the black bishop was on c6, if black could play bishop c6 here, he'd still be lost, but much less lost. But with bishop here, man, it's got nothing. Yeah, white played a good game there. Probably white was using an engine. Because shouldn't play a good game on lead chess. That's wasted. Are you allowed pavlova for Christmas? I don't understand any of that sentence. Except the letter U. It's the Lions' year so far. They've won 9 games in a row. You only trust the engines when I say so, which is always. No, the World Championship starts 4 a.m. my time. I'm going to do recaps every day in the morning. So like an hour after the game is finished, check our YouTube page and you'll see a recap of the game. It'd probably be under 5 minutes with Ben, but I'm not sure. But it'll be every day right after the game ends. But we have to make the video, and our YouTube editor has to put it on the channel. So give us some time for that. I don't know what pavlova is, and I'm a vegan, so I probably can't eat whatever it is. And you're banned. I've never heard of pavlova. It sounds like somebody's female dog. Anyway, you're all banned for talking about pavlova. Hikaru would never say such a thing. He would say, if I played Ben, it would be hammer and tongs all the way. It's a desert. It's either a dessert or a desert, whichever one's funnier. Well, Marge's sisters are Patty and Selma. Who am I rating? I'm nowhere near done yet. What? Yeah, that's right. Pavlov's wife. Yeah. Can you eat vegan apple pie? I mean, I could. You said it's raining? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm streaming for another hour. He did, sir. Okay, I can't understand the chat anymore, so let's go to the next game. We're almost done. Weren't a lot of games submitted this week. This is an older correspondence game where I beat a much higher rated opponent. The site only showed default ratings as part of the PGN. Always sack the exchange. So this was played on Lichess, and it's a correspondence game. Not sure what that means. I guess the game took months or weeks or days. Whichever's funnier. Fortnights. Okay, our hero has white. Our hero is Z. King's Indian attack. Bishop G5. Yeah, that's not a good move. Yeah, white should play knight F3 or F4 or knight E2. The bishop should stay here. All this is going to accomplish is you're going to trade a bishop for a knight. Yeah, and then black's better because black has the two bishops. Rook B8 doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't hurt. And black should actually play G5 here. Bam. Force the knight back to F3. Black should still play G5, it says. Now white's better because knight D4 is a mistake. Yep, E5 is correct. Yep, that's the end of black's two bishops. Ooh, F5. Spicy. Ooh, F6 too spicy. Yeah, queen G4 is good. Threaten the G7 pawn. Typically, when the bishop moves off of f8 and you can play queen g4, that's a good move. Queen g4 gives white a substantial advantage according to the engine. But f6 is spicy. He throws in knight d6. Bam! No, he threw in queen h5. Yeah, knight d6 check is really strong. And it's still equal, it says. Now, black has an excellent move, which I assume he missed. I assume correctly. Black can play d6, which stops knight d6, and also defends the f-pawn by discovery. And now black is better. Black's up a pawn or two. But he played knight f5. Now it says it's equal. Now white has to always sack the exchange, and he did. Now white's threatening everything. Queen f7 mate, knight d6 check, g takes h4. And that's a blunder. Now knight d6 is winning. If you play king f8, then queen f7's mate. So you have to play king here. And now white's up a piece. And white has the winning endgame up a piece. Always repeat. Now in this position, I think I can play knight here and then rook b6 mate. Or I could play rook b6 check, knight here and then mate. But he took the pawn, that's also winning. Checkmate. And also this is checkmate. But this is less energy. That was a really nice game. I like that game a lot. It wasn't like the most accurate the first 15 moves, but it was very sharp and tricky, and black couldn't handle the truth. And white was able to win with lots of tactics. So I like that game. That's my favorite game so far. Because lots of action in that game. But yeah, bishop g5 is not a good move. And then in this position, knight d4 is not a good move. And then knight f5 is not a good move. Then e takes f5 is a blunder. And then black's just lost now. And black was lost the rest of the game down a piece. White's technique was okay. No complaints. Yeah, white's technique was all right. So a good game by white. What are good openings for 4? For 4? Well, if your rating's 4, that's not so good. Your rating should be at least 5. What engine am I looking at? Stockfish 16 Lite. It's like Stockfish 16, but it's light. It doesn't analyze too far in depth. Okay, Tortolino has the last game. Hi, Ben. I played a 1 hour plus 10-second OTB game 2 days ago. I didn't know what to do against d4 because usually I play e5, but in a slow game, I thought I shouldn't. Whatever the opening was, I didn't like how closed my bishop was. How would one try to get it out? Thanks. Man, and black won the game very quickly. So black is 13.99 and white doesn't have a rating. 60 minute plus 10 seconds. and so forth. Okay, and our hero is black. Somebody drew a marker. Yodi Man did the marker. Good. I didn't even know you were a moderator. I must have made you one recently. Good, good. Yeah, this is good the way you're playing. Yeah, that's not good. You don't want to check when somebody can play c3 and block the check. Just bishop e7 or bishop d6. Or you could play c5, knight c6. Okay, this is back to normal, but you lost the tempo. You don't want to play c4. You need pressure on the center. So knight c6 would be good. This is still okay. Knight e7 is okay. The engine wants to play queen c7 and put max pressure on the e5 knight. Thanks, Welch's Grape Juice, for subscribing. I feel like I say that a lot. I must say it once a month. I thought you just subscribed like in the last 5 days, but I guess not. Thanks for supporting the stream. Okay, so far this is okay. Again, queen c7, putting pressure on this e5 knight makes more sense. Ooh, knight takes g6. Knight's so good on e5. Yeah, I definitely play h5 here. Ooh, f takes g6. Is that even any good? That's okay. H takes g6 is better. But f takes g6 shows like originality and spirit and such. Ooh, g3. Ooh, that's ugly. Yeah, now you can play e5 and get your bishop out that you were complaining about. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you played the game fine. Yeah, now queen d7's winning with queen and bishop battery. Yeah, you played it too. Now the rook on h1 isn't defending f2, so knight g4 is winning. e4 is also very strong. Yeah, and white's just lost here. Ooh, b takes c4. Oh, that cake that I had earlier, that birthday cake. Man, it's not sitting right. B takes c4. Black just played knight g4. How can you ignore f2? Not you, but your opponent. Your opponent's higher rated than you. What? Man, make sure your opponent doesn't play for your team. Ugh. B takes c4. God damn. Now I don't know which move is better, knight takes or rook takes. I know which one's better because the engine tells me, but if the engine didn't tell me, I wouldn't know, because one's 5.66 and one's 4.68. So they're both incredibly winning. You played the better move. Now you can play queen d6, threatening queen g3 mate. Okay, your move's good too. Knight takes e4, giving a piece away and getting mated. That gives this piece away if you want to take it. If you don't, then queen f3 is mating soon. So white's defense wasn't very good this game. And white resigned. No, that game you played fine. You didn't need to move your bishop or your rook, but your bishop was doing a good job. So he was afraid of the bishop. That's why he played rook h1. No, you played fine that game. Like the last two games, the people who won played fine. Played a little inaccurately in the middle game, but it doesn't matter. I don't complain about that. Yeah, your opponent's defense was b takes c4, knight takes e4, queen e1. God damn, that's some bad defense. Letting you take on f2, then giving a piece away for nothing, and then giving the other piece away, and then not taking the other piece was better. What? God damn. Now, for those of you who are confused, if rook h2, queen g3 check wins and mates everything. So we're threatening mate. If you take this, this is mate. Play rook h2, this is mate. So resigns is the best move. One of the engine lines is Queen F1 takes, mate. That's the best line. That's the best white can do. Yeah, harsh. Queen F1 is tied for first as the best move with Rook H2. They both allow mate in 2, but they both stop mate in 1. Also, bishop takes E4 stops mate in 1. Then you get mated on G2 anyway after Queen G3 check. That was pretty impressive. Yay, Welch's grape juice. My opponent watches the stream. Why is he defending so badly if he watches the stream? You should defend better. Mamma mia. That's a spicy meatball. And so forth. It's funny, like, if you're in Italy, they tell you Italian restaurants in the US are terrible and they're not really Italian. Then if you watch these TV shows where they're cooking, they're in a restaurant that's Italian and the guy's like, I had a restaurant in Italy and everybody loved it. And then our family decided to move here. So I opened a restaurant here and it's just the same stuff. So it's real Italian. And I'm thinking, man, if you're in Italy, they don't believe that. They think it's all fake Italian, the Italians in the US. They think those guys are all fake. And I think what they mean is second and third generation Italians. I mean, if you're Italian and you live in Italy and you're like, I'm moving to the US, I mean you're Italian. It's not like your parents were Italian and you didn't grow up in Italy. There's a lot of restaurants that are Italian in the US that are owned by Italians from Italy who moved to the US. So similar to Italian restaurant in Italy. But there's a lot of restaurants that are Italian where, you know, like the family's Italian, but they've never even been to Italy. They don't know nothing about Italy, but their grandmother's from there or something. So. There's a word, but I don't know what the word is for Olive Garden because everybody says Olive Garden's terrible. Okay. Then they make fun of it a lot. Then if you go to an Olive Garden, it's packed and you have to wait in line. So everybody goes there and everybody loves it, but everybody says it's terrible and they hate it. There's a word for that, but I don't know what it is. Lying? I don't know. But if you go to an Olive Garden when it's like a dinner rush, like you might have to wait 30 minutes to sit down. Like that place is packed and they have a lot of tables. 500 conundrum, 500 bits from Fen Beingold. Olive Garden has very salty food, but their system of all you can eat soup and salad, that's a good system in the US. I like their minestrone soup. Their breadsticks are actually vegan because that ain't butter. That's fake butter that's vegan. And their pasta's vegan. They don't use any cream or eggs to make their pasta. If you're a vegetarian, Olive Garden's great because there's a lot of choices. I mean, the breadsticks are probably the worst thing you can eat for your health. Probably if you had like a Big Mac surrounded by a chocolate cake, that's probably healthier for you than those breadsticks. Taco Bell's good too. Anyway, everybody makes fun of Olive Garden, but everybody goes there. So I don't know if it's the same people making fun of it and going there or they're different sets of people. Not sure. Yeah, Taco Bell will make you sick, but that food's good. Well, it is white to play, but white's not doing very well. McDonald's food is cheaper than most restaurants. It's not, there's no vegan food, but if you're not a vegan, you don't care about animals, McDonald's is as good as any. I mean, I like Asian food, so like even if McDonald's was vegan, I'm not eating there. I like Thai food, Indian food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean food, Vietnamese food. I like Mexican food too. I'll go to a Mexican restaurant. You can get vegan stuff there too. What is a decent elo and rapid for you? For me, like 2300 I'd be happy with. If I was 2300 in rapid, that would be good. For most people it probably wouldn't be that high. But I'm a lot worse than I used to be. So if I can maintain 2300 rapid, I would be happy. I don't think I play rapid chess that's rated. So the Rams are playing the Eagles now. No, 2300 is decent for me. Like if I was 2300, that would be decent. For a normal person, probably 1500 is good in rapid. But I'm an abnormal person. First name Abby, last name normal. I'm not sure if there's more billionaires or GMs, but there's probably more billionaires. There's about 1,700 GMs. There's probably more billionaires than that, but I'm not sure. There might not be. In the world, there probably is. Yeah, there has to be more. Because India and China, yeah, there has to be. There's over 2,000 GMs? What, are they all in India? $2,781 billionaires. 3,300 billion. There's more billionaires than grandmasters. Yeah. That's why when people willy-nilly say, I'm going to be a grandmaster, I'm like, there aren't any grandmasters. How can you be grandmaster? Just because you say so? And as the noted gatekeeper, I can't allow that. Fen Feingold, 500 bits. The Hula Burger, never heard of it. I was selling my chess books once before you guys were born. These two guys who were friends came to my house to look at the books. And one of the guys, they're like 1,400. And one of the guys said to the other one, would you rather be a billionaire or be 2,600 at chess? And the guy goes, 2,600 at chess. And he goes, yeah, me too. Help me get my GM norms. We can make a fortune. Also, was that me? No, it wasn't you. Although, those guys sort of remind me of you, to be honest. So, 40 years later, still not a billionaire. Terrible. Or a GM. That's right, Fen Beingold. Well said. 3 GM titles were revoked. Rouses and Nigalidze. Who's the third? No idea. I do know about Rouses and Nigalidze. There's this guy Afro Maev who is like 2650 FIDE, but he's just some rich guy and he just buys all of his games. And then if you say stuff in public like that, he sues you. So I might get sued now. But his name's Afro Maev. He's like Afro Man. I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm just saying that's what happened. Alexandru Krizan. I don't think I've heard of him. Okay, let's play some 3-minute unrated with some people. Yeah, if you play the cow opening, FIDE can revoke your title. That's correct. You got a job. Are you proud? I'm proud of you. If you wanted the job. If you didn't want the job, sorry. I like Tortellino's hand. That's good. Come on. For more information on this position, see my Sicilian course. On Chessable. Don't forget to buy my Chessable courses. That's how we make a lot of our money. If you don't buy them, we make less money. And remember, I'm trying to get to a billionaire status, so you guys know what to do. I'm the one you crushed yesterday. I need more information. Yay, Fem Beingold. Fresh raw juice shot of lemon, turmeric root, and ginger root. Sounds good. Sounds too healthy for me. I need some birthday cake. I'm streaming Tuesday for Title Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, but I'm not streaming Tuesday night because I have a colonoscopy on Wednesday, so I'll just be in the bathroom. I'll be in the bathroom all night. This is fun moving our queen, bishop, and knight around like that. Yeah, I guess F5 wasn't the best move. I get black every game? No. Always play F6.
Good job building a lead and not letting up.
I played 96.5 and he played 84.7. Thought I played well that game, so I did a thing, game review thing. Black again? Every game. I like the word Dunkin' because it reminds me of the Dunkin' Donuts song from 30 years ago. Dunkin' Donuts. You can't buy them in a grocery store. Dunkin' Donuts. You can't buy them in a bakery. Dunkin' Donuts. You could only get them at Dunkin' Donuts. It's worth the trip. I like the only place you can get Dunkin' Donuts is at Dunkin' Donuts. One time, a woman got strangled in Dunkin' Donuts because her scarf got caught in the door, and she sued them, but Dunkin' Donuts said that was a different Dunkin' Donuts. That was Isadora Dunkin' Donuts. So they settled out of court. That joke was too complicated for the gawking rabble. Yay, 500 bits. Sandy Dunkin' Donuts. My only my only response to that is, do I know or is that Sandy Dennis? Who's the one with the funny eye? Sandy Duncan or Sandy Dennis? It's Sandy Dennis. Sandy Dunkin' Donuts. On Futurama in New York, they had Dinkin' Donuts with a picture of Mayor Dinkin. What career should you do? Billionaire. Billionaire. Any chance you'll see me play games with top players? No. No chance. But I can lose to players with 3-digit ratings if you want to see that. Bishop C5. What if that was a mouse slip? He meant to go to B4, A3. $500 bits. Gave Jesus, AI, frankincense, and myrrh griffin. What? I can't remember because sounds like a Futurama episode or Family Guy. Oh, Al Frankincense and Merv Griffin, not AI. For a 1400, how do you do? Well, your rating was 1100. And even for that, you didn't do well. 10,000 bits. God damn. And then the red thing spins. That's the best part. Thanks, Sea Wage, for 10,000 bits. That's more money than half the chat makes in a year. I thought that was Fen Beingold for a second. That's something he would do. Go Sea Wage. That's my decade salary. No, you played well, Duncan. You're the best. $10,000 bits. Fen Beingold will not be outdone. Hey, can somebody give 100 bits? Because if we have a hype train, it'll start at like level 6 or 7 or something. The hype train is close. Can somebody give a sub or 100 bits? I want to see the hype train start at level 8 or 9 or something. Whatever's the funniest. Caffeine Jones, you did it wrong. There we go. All right, now we can see what level it starts at. Thanks, Caffeine Jones. Thanks, Tonk Han. Sea Wage gave 10,001 bits, putting Fen Beingold to shame. Hey, we're at level 9. Oh, snap. This is good birthday presents for Karen. There's infinite number of levels. It could go to 11 million if people kept giving millions of dollars. Level 9, it's been over a year since I've been at level 9. Call your banker? Okay. I'll allow it. Oh, my pawn's hanging. Yeah, I'm going to do recaps. First one will be out tomorrow morning. They should be out before noon every day. The round starts about 4 a.m. our time. Oh, I have 12 seconds? Jesus Christ. Yay, 1,000 bits. Thank you. Yes. A perfect game. I was too busy looking at the thousands of bits. Thanks, Caffeine Jones. We need 200 bits to get to level 10. Thanks, Grimalkin Cat. We need 100 bits. Yay, Caffeine Jones. You put us at level 10. Now, it's your contention that Shakespeare didn't write those plays. Yes, it's my contention. Great Seinfeld episode. You heard him contend that. That is my contention. Yeah, in the French defense, if you play bishop e3 on move 3, that's the Hamlet gambit. To be e3 or not to be e3? That is the question. Oh, I'm white. I was waiting for my opponent to move. Yay, Sasun gave 5 subs. Thanks, Sasun. You get a discount when you give 5 subs. 35% off. Smart. $10,002. Thanks, Fen Beingold. That'll show that other guy. He won't show his face around here anymore. Fen Beingold. C. Wade said, dang it. These are the kind of wars I can get into. The Boer Wars. Level 11. Thanks for supporting the stream, everybody. We need more stream support. Yay, go Fen Beingold. Yay, 10,010 bits from C Wage. Thanks for supporting the stream, guys. 100 bits from the Kakooler. We're on level 12. I don't know if we've ever had level 12 since they changed the levels. A triumphant player. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the jungle of 10,000 bit donations. Do you have a particular sister opening you don't like playing against? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, last game. Yay, Fem Beingold, 11,000 bits. Thanks, C Wage. I love you guys too. Thanks for duking it out on my stream. I don't love my pawns, but I love you guys. Level 13, yeah, that's probably a record. Selling all your Bitcoin, well, if you have one Bitcoin, that can be a lot of bits. Well, if you don't have any, you sold them all. Didn't think you had any guns. You think you sold them all? You've been in the lab with a pen and a pad. All right, guys, thanks for donating so much. Thanks for everybody supporting the stream, including the two maniacs who really supported the stream, Z-Wage and Fen Beingold. Yeah, you guys gave enough. Thanks a lot, guys. Tomorrow is a lecture on the Semislav, and then Tuesday night I'm not streaming, but I'm streaming Tuesday 11 a.m. So if you watch my stream, I'll see you guys at Title Tuesday, Tuesday 11 a.m. Eastern, and so forth. 9,999. You only get a blue thing because it's not 10,000, so it's not red. The blue one's pretty too, though. So. Well, the stream is ending now, so whoever I raid, you can play them. Let's see, Ebony Kenny Poker, and Emsco Poker, Kmart Poker, Bet on Drew Poker, Jeff Boski Poker. Am I following anybody who's not doing poker? Who's doing chess? Poker. Chess Sharks. John Curtis, LaFong Hua. I'll raid John Curtis because I haven't rated him in a long time. Yay, level 13. Thanks, guys, for supporting the stream so much. Don't forget to come back. Okay, see you guys Tuesday, 11 a.m. or tomorrow night for the lecture. Bye.